The athletics world is excited as 17-year-old Australian sprint sensation Gout Gout has just announced his participation in the prestigious Maurie Plant Meet in Melbourne this Saturday, March 29th. This shocking development comes just days after the teenage phenom made global headlines by becoming the first Australian to break the 20-second barrier in the 200 meters with his wind-assisted 19.98-second run at the Queensland Athletics Championships.
I didn't expect it to be that fast, but I guess her end showed the fastest ever time in the 200. I've been chasing that record, but I didn't think it would come this year. I thought it would come maybe next year or the year after that.
Hype clearly justified.
What makes this announcement particularly stunning is that Gout will be stepping away from his Year 12 textbooks to compete against a world-class field in the Peter Norman Memorial 200 meters. An event named after the legendary Australian Olympic sprinter whose national record of 20.06 seconds stood untouched for an astonishing 56 years until Gout himself shattered it with a 20.04 second performance last December. Gout said, "I'm super excited to be running in Maurie Plant on 29th March. I was there last year, I really enjoyed it there, and what was exciting was that there was a great atmosphere, but I reckon I've got a lot more to bring this year to Melbourne. I'm hoping to run great." This confident statement has sent shockwaves through the sprinting community, as many wonder if the teenager might be targeting an even faster time on the Melbourne track. The significance of Gout competing in an event honoring Peter Norman cannot be overstated. Norman's 1968 record seemed untouchable for over 5 decades until the young prodigy came along. Now, on the very track dedicated to Norman's legacy, Gout has the opportunity to push the boundaries even further and potentially cement his place as Australia's greatest ever sprinter, all before he's even completed high school. Adding to the drama, this event will be broadcast live and free on 7 and 7 Plus Sport from 7 p.m. AEDT, giving Australian sports fans unprecedented access to what could be a historic moment in the nation's athletic history. 7 has assembled an all-star commentary team for the occasion, headlined by the legendary Bruce McAvaney and Olympic sprinter turned Sunrise co-host Matt Shervington, alongside Jason Richardson, Tamsin Lewis-Manu, and David Colbert. 7 Network head of sport, digital Kirsty Bradmore, didn't mince words about the significance of this event. Gout Gout is the most exciting name in athletics right now, and we absolutely cannot wait to watch him in action. Live, free, and in prime time on 7 and 7 Plus in a few weeks' time. This prime-time slot underscores the growing star power of the teenage sprinter, who has rapidly become a household name across Australia. The meet itself is shaping up to be the crown jewel of Australia's domestic athletics season. Alongside Gout, Olympic 200-meter champion Letsile Tebogo from Botswana will compete in the 400-meter, bringing additional international prestige to the event. Tebogo, with a personal best of 44.29 seconds, will face stiff competition from his Olympic 4x400-meter silver medal-winning teammates Biapo Ndori, 44.10 PB, and Leongo Scotch, 44.54 PB, as well as African 400-meter hurdles champion Victor Ntweng, 46.23 PB.
We really start to open him up. So let the legs loose and let the kid run. He is absolutely gone. He is Gout of this world.
But wait, there is more. On the women's side, Australia's fastest woman, Tori Lewis, will compete in the 200 meters, while Olympic bronze medalist Matthew Denny will showcase his talents in the discus throw. But despite this stellar lineup, all eyes will undoubtedly be on Gout, who enters as the favorite in his specialty event, with the fastest personal best in the field of 8 competitors. Australian Athletics Chief Executive Officer Simon Hollingsworth captured the excitement surrounding the event. Australian athletics has entered a golden era, and the Maurie Plant Meet, Melbourne, is the perfect showcase of what our sport has to offer. To have this event broadcast on 7 and 7 Plus speaks volumes about the momentum our sport has right now. This momentum is largely thanks to the emergence of Gout, whose record-breaking performances have reignited national interest in track and field. What makes Gout's participation particularly remarkable is the timing. He's currently balancing the demands of his final year of high school with his burgeoning athletic career, yet has chosen to travel to Melbourne for this high-profile competition. This decision highlights not only his commitment to the sport, but also his awareness of his growing role as the face of Australian athletics. The 200-meter final is scheduled for 8:45 p.m. AEDT on Saturday night, positioning it as the climactic highlight of the event. Coming just 1 week after his groundbreaking sub-20 performance in Queensland, albeit with wind assistance, expectations are sky-high for what the teenage prodigy might achieve on the fast Melbourne track. Athletics insiders are speculating whether he might challenge his own wind-legal personal best of 20.04, or perhaps even crack the 20-second barrier legally this time. Comparisons to Usain Bolt at the same age continue to follow Gout, adding another layer of intrigue to his Melbourne appearance. At 17, Bolt was running 19.93, just slightly faster than Gout's current best. The parallels between their development curves have fueled speculation about just how far the Australian teenager might go in the sport. A strong performance at the Maurie Plant Meet would only intensify these comparisons. The event also represents a significant step up in competition level for Gout, who has primarily dominated age group competitions thus far. While he earned silver at the World Under-20 Championships, the Maurie Plant Meet will pit him against more seasoned competitors on a bigger stage. How he handles this pressure could provide valuable insights into his readiness for even more prestigious international competitions in the future. For athletics fans, the scheduling could hardly be more perfect. Tebogo's 400-meter race is set for 7:38 p.m., followed by Gout's 200-meter at 8:45 p.m., creating a compelling primetime doubleheader featuring two of the most exciting young sprinters in the world. The contrast between Tebogo, the established Olympic champion, and Gout, the emerging challenger, adds another fascinating narrative to the evening. As Saturday approaches, the anticipation continues to build. Will Gout Gout deliver another performance that shocks the athletics world? Can he handle the pressure of competing in an event named after the very national icon whose record he recently broke? And just how fast can this remarkable teenager go on one of Australia's premier tracks? The answers to these questions will begin to emerge at 8:45 p.m. this Saturday, in what promises to be one of the most watched athletics events in recent Australian history. What do you think about Gout Gout's decision to compete in this high-profile event while still in high school? Could we be witnessing the emergence of Australia's greatest ever sprinter? And will the teenager manage to break the 20-second barrier legally this time? The stage is set for what could be another historic chapter in the already remarkable story of this young sprinting phenomenon.
My dream is I want to be one of the best athletes Australia has ever seen.
The track and field world has been buzzing with comparisons between 17-year-old Australian sprint sensation Gout Gout and legendary Jamaican superstar Usain Bolt. Now, in a revealing interview with 7 News Spotlight, the teenage phenom has finally addressed these constant comparisons head-on, sharing his honest feelings about being mentioned alongside the greatest sprinter of all time. Obviously, in the moment, it feels great because everyone wants to be compared to Usain Bolt, the fastest athlete alive, Gout admitted during the candid conversation. And at times, it does get a bit overwhelming. But now that I've grown up and I'm a bit mature, my circle really helps me stay level. What's particularly striking is the teenager's determination to forge his own identity in the sport, adding, "I'm just basically trying to make a name for myself."
Yeah, indeed.
How did that feel?
I mean, obviously, in the moment, it feels great because everyone wants to be compared to Usain Bolt, the fastest athlete alive. And at times, it does get a bit overwhelming. But now that I've grown up and I'm a bit mature, my circle really helps me stay level. And I'm just basically trying to make a name for myself. Although I do run like Usain Bolt, I do maybe look like him in a couple of ways. I just trying to be myself and just trying to be the next Gout.
Let's see what Gout said These comments come just weeks after Gout's remarkable performance at the Queensland Athletics Championships, where he clocked a wind-assisted 19.98 seconds in the 200 meters, becoming the first Australian to break the 20-second barrier under any conditions. Though the plus 3.6 meters per second tailwind meant his time wasn't eligible for record books, the achievement still sent shockwaves through the athletic community and intensified comparisons to Bolt. The parallels between the two sprinters are hard to ignore. In December 2024, Gout ran 20.04 seconds in the 200 meters at the Australian All-Schools Championships, surpassing Bolt's time at the same age. For perspective, Bolt's best time at 17 was 19.93 seconds set at the annual Carifta Games in Hamilton, Bermuda. The similarities extend beyond just their times. Gout's long stride, tall frame, and even his physical appearance have drawn natural comparisons to the Jamaican legend. But wait, there is more. Even Bolt himself has taken notice of the rising star. After Gout's breakthrough performance in December, the 8-time Olympic gold medalist commented, "He looks like young me," acknowledging the uncanny resemblance that has fans and experts alike wondering if we're witnessing the emergence of the next great sprint champion. Let's see what Gatlin said.
Listen, man, Gout Gout is Gout Gout. Let him be Gout Gout. Usain Bolt has accomplished so much. Just go on World Athletics page and just open up Usain Bolt's, his accolades from junior athlete all the way to adulthood.
What makes Gout Gout's story particularly compelling is its unlikely beginning. Born Gout, pronounced Guat, his name was mistakenly changed to Gout due to an Arabic translation error when his family relocated from Sudan to Australia. His father, Bona Guat, isn't thrilled about the mistake, noting in a December 2024 interview with 7 News Australia, "I know Gout Gout is a disease name, but I don't want my son to be called a disease name." Despite the name mix-up, there's nothing confused about Gout's talent on the track. His journey to athletic prominence began with a pivotal moment at a school competition. "I was running in the inner house, and I was against the state champion for his age group," Gout recalled in his interview. "He was a year younger than me at the time, and I basically beat him, and coach came up to me, and she was like, 'I believe you can be someone, you can be one of the fastest in Australia, fastest in the world,' and that really touched me." That coach, Di Shepherd, remains convinced of Gout's potential. When asked about his future prospects, she responded with absolute certainty. "I suppose when we talk about it, it's not might, it's like when we don't do might, it's when." This confidence is echoed by Australian commentator Bruce McAvaney, who believes Gout is unique among Australian sprinters. "He's doing what we thought might be impossible. We're all very, very excited about what the future might bring." Throughout the interview, Gout displayed a maturity beyond his years, particularly when discussing his family's influence. When asked about them, his first response was refreshingly simple: "They're great." As the conversation continued, he spoke with particular fondness about his mother, Monica. "My mom's just like any other mom. She loves us and she cares for us. She takes care of us. Used to take me for the training and lessons." He also acknowledged his father's role in his development. "My dad, he works a lot, so he's in and out, but he obviously supports where he can." These glimpses into his family life reveal the grounded foundation that keeps him focused amid growing fame and expectations. Looking ahead, Gout has ambitious goals that extend well beyond the current comparisons to Bolt. "My dream is, I want to be one of the best athletes track and field and Australia has ever seen," he stated. "I want to go to the 28 Olympics in LA. I want to go to the Brisbane Olympics. And I just want to show the world that I'm Gout and how I'm here to stay, and the Olympics is the best place to do that." This desire to establish his own legacy was perhaps most evident when he addressed the physical and stylistic similarities to Bolt. "Although I do run like Usain Bolt, I do maybe look like him in a couple of ways. I'm just trying to be myself and just trying to be the next Gout." This statement perfectly encapsulates his approach, respectful of the comparisons but determined to carve his own path. Fans eager to see Gout compete at a higher level might not have to wait much longer. The teenager could make his long-awaited debut against senior runners at the Maurie Plant Meeting in Melbourne next Saturday, March 29th. This would mark his first test against more experienced competition and potentially provide further insight into how his remarkable junior performances might translate to the elite level. What's particularly impressive about Gout's record-breaking achievements is that they've been accompanied by a humility that belies his young age. Despite brushing against world records and generating international headlines, he remains focused on improvement rather than fame. His circle of family, coaches, and friends has clearly played a crucial role in keeping him grounded amid the growing spotlight. The current world record in the 200 meters still belongs to Bolt at 19.19 seconds, set at the 2009 World Championships in Berlin. Whether Gout will ever approach such a time remains to be seen, but his trajectory certainly suggests extraordinary potential. His 20.05-second wind legal time already stands as the fastest in the world this year across all age groups. A remarkable achievement for a 17-year-old still developing both physically and technically. As Gout continues his development, the athletics world watches with anticipation. Will he follow in Bolt's footsteps to Olympic glory? One thing is certain, Gout Gout is comfortable acknowledging the comparisons while remaining focused on writing his own unique chapter in sprinting history. What do you think about Gout Gout's comments on the Usain Bolt comparisons? Is he right to embrace them while focusing on establishing his own identity? The debate continues, but Gout's mature perspective suggests he has the mindset to match his extraordinary physical gifts as he pursues athletic greatness.
Right. Set. 2 more throws. Where you pick up from? Where that can benefit you? Yes, you pick. Not even fractionally big.
Usain Bolt just revealed a shocking secret behind his record-breaking speed, and it's not what you'd expect. The 8-time Olympic gold medalist admitted he hated one of the key routines that kept him at the top. In a recent video, Bolt shared footage of himself taking an ice bath, a recovery method he despised but relied on throughout his career. It was painful, uncomfortable, but absolutely essential to his dominance on the track. This is a side of Bolt you've never seen before.
Well, let's get you both in.
Yeah. Here we go.
I gotta take my socks off.
Uh-huh.
How is it?
It's warm.
Oh, you got to be getting me. I don't know. Oh, it looks like he won to me. So I don't even know what we're doing.
People pray this. I work out for a couple of weeks now, and I can't feel the lactic in my muscles, you see me. So one thing I always hate when I'm on the track, I can't believe I'm going to do this right now. Pray this ice bath. Bolt shared in his recent social media post, showing himself grimacing as he lowered into the frigid water. The retired Jamaican sprint legend followed this with a caption that revealed the true secret behind his world record performances. If you want to be great, this is the stuff you have to do even when you don't want to. My coach would be proud of me right now. This candid admission offers a rare glimpse into the less glamorous side of athletic greatness that fans rarely witness. While spectators across the globe marveled at Bolt's speed and showmanship on the Olympic stage, few realized that behind every lightning-fast performance was a disciplined athlete willing to endure uncomfortable recovery methods he personally disliked. The contrast between Bolt's public persona, joyful, relaxed, and seemingly carefree, and his behind-the-scenes commitment to uncomfortable recovery protocols adds complexity to our understanding of his success. This willingness to embrace discomfort rather than relying solely on natural talent or physical gifts appears to be what Bolt now considers his true competitive advantage, challenging the narrative that he succeeded primarily through genetic good fortune. For young athletes watching Bolt's meteoric rise to fame, this message about the importance of discipline and recovery could prove far more valuable than technical advice about sprinting form or race strategy. The reality that even the most naturally gifted athlete in sprint history credits his success, partly to uncomfortable recovery methods, sends a powerful message about what truly separates champions from competitors. Bolt's revelation suggests that the secret to athletic greatness often lies not in what happens during the moments of glory captured on camera, but in the unglamorous, uncomfortable work done when no one is watching.
That was another pick start by Bailey.